What if this season's start is the last chance to witness the Yankees empire reborn? What if, despite the franchise having lost its way for a few years, this 2025 season isn't just a good stretch, but a quiet statement that, despite all the challenges, the Bronx is still home to greatness? The New York Yankees are, once again, rising, and this time it doesn't seem like just a fleeting moment. This is the return of a team that started the year in an imposing fashion, even with injuries, even with changes in the roster. The team has already suffered from the loss of Juan Soto and saw its starting rotation decimated by injuries. However, as if the universe were conspiring to give the franchise a second chance, what we are witnessing in the Bronx is nothing short of the awakening of a powerhouse. To understand the weight of all this, we need to look back. The Yankees' legacy is, and always will be, a blend of glory and struggles. From the historic trade of Babe Ruth to all the dynasties that marked baseball history, the New York team has been synonymous with victory, rivalry, and of course, pressure. But in recent years, something seemed to be slipping away. The team that once dominated with authority was in a sense in a transitional phase. The era of Jeter and company was behind, and the Yankees entered a period of uncertainty with injuries, questionable decisions, and a sense that the glorious times were no longer as close. Then, in the midst of this turbulence, Aaron Judge emerged. And it wasn't just a good season, it was a statement. The kind of statement that transforms an entire franchise. Aaron Judge became absolutely the face of the Yankees. But the true greatness of Judge isn't just in his impressive numbers, but in the moment he represents for the team. The moment when the Yankees needed a new hero, someone capable of pulling the franchise from darkness and bringing it back to the light. And that's exactly what he's doing. With a performance so dominant that there's no doubt that the best player in baseball is in the Bronx, ready to take the team to the top again. Before we continue, take a moment to leave a like. If you love baseball as much as we do, and subscribe to the channel, because here, in addition to in-depth analysis, we live and breathe everything that happens behind the scenes of baseball. We are all fans, and together we'll understand every rumor, every trade, and of course the epic journey of the Yankees. Looking at the 2025 season, the truth is the Yankees started strong. Despite injuries, despite a rocky start, the team stayed competitive. The key to that? The offense. Without Juan Soto, many believe the lack of a big hitter could be a major obstacle, but they forgot that in every team there's always that one player capable of changing the story. And that player is Aaron Judge. In 2025, he's not only an icon, but is in a unique moment in his career, perhaps even in the best form of his baseball life. With an impressive .415 batting average, .513 OBP, and .734 slugging, Judge is unquestionably the best hitter in the league. His performance so far in 2025 is already a statement of his greatness. And it's not just empty statistics. Judge's impact goes beyond the numbers. He is the engine of the team, the anchor at a time when the franchise needs unquestionable leadership. His presence in the lineup is enough to intimidate any pitcher, creating space and opportunities for the other hitters. In comparison to his previous seasons, Judge's performance in 2025 is even more impressive. Even after the shortened 2023 season, when he played only 107 games due to injuries, Judge remained dominant. He still finished with 37 home runs and 75 RBIs, even without being in his best physical shape. In 2024, with a .322 batting average, 58 home runs, and 144 RBIs, he not only bounced back from injuries, but showed that he was ready to leave his mark on modern baseball. And now in 2025, he seems even more focused, more precise. Everything he touches turns to gold. But despite Judge's greatness, the reality for the Yankees in 2025 is not without its challenges. The pitching rotation is the main concern. With names like Garrett Cole, Luis Gil, and Clark Schmidt starting the year on the injured list, the team's rotation has already been severely affected. The replacements so far have not been able to provide the consistency needed to sustain an entire season, leaving a huge gap in the team. The 2025 season is one of those where the Yankees know they need more than just a good offense. They need to reinforce their rotation. The question then isn't if this will happen, but when. Behind the scenes in New York, it's clear that the Yankees are actively monitoring the pitching market, looking for someone who can solidify the rotation and ensure the team remains competitive throughout the year. Dylan Cease, a dominant pitcher, is a name that constantly pops up in rumors. For many analysts, he's a perfect solution. Young, controllable, and with impressive potential. What's happening behind the scenes now is a kind of enigma. Will the Yankees risk sacrificing some of their most promising prospects in search of a possible key piece for the immediate future? Whether or not the trade happens, the impact on the team will be immense. If it does, the team becomes even stronger, with a powerful rotation capable of carrying the load of the season. But there is also the risk. The loss of prospects like Spencer Jones, Everson Pereira, or other promising names could harm the team in the long term. The Yankees face a tough decision ahead, but what's certain is that Aaron Judge isn't waiting for anyone. He's ready to win now. With all these factors at play, the Yankees' season is far from simple, and the immediate future is directly tied to what happens in the next few weeks. If the Yankees manage to recover their rotation and keep Judge's performance up, the team will not only be among the favorites for the World Series, but could possibly be on the verge of writing another glorious chapter in their history. However, if they fail to reinforce the team in time, the season could slip through their fingers. Now, we want to know from you, does this Yankees team have what it takes to overcome injuries and obstacles and win the title in 2025? Can Aaron Judge maintain this insane pace until the end of the season? Leave your opinion in the comments because we want to hear your thoughts on the franchise's future. What would you do if you had the chance to secure one of the most dominant pitchers of the past decade, but at an exorbitant price? And what if, beyond that, this move were the key to taking your team to glory, to a position it hadn't held? In over a decade, the New York Yankees find themselves at a pivotal moment. With a 15-10 record in the first 25 games of the season and leading the ever-tough American League East, they've proven that, with a powerful offense and a phenomenal Aaron Judge, they still have the strength to dominate. But the big obstacle to victory isn't the bat, it's the mound. And if the Yankees' season is to go from good to historic, they know they'll need to bolster their rotation before the trade deadline. The most traditional franchise in baseball is once again facing the dilemma of how to balance its massive fan base with its need for reinforcements. While the Yankees' offense remains among the best in the MLB, with Judge leading the charge for his second AL MVP award, the pitching rotation is hanging by a thread. The team ranks 17th in the MLB with a 4.07 ERA and 26th in the ERA of their starting pitchers with 4.69, ahead of only teams like the Oakland Athletics, Miami Marlins, Colorado Rockies, and Baltimore Orioles. For a team accustomed to excellence, this performance is far below the standards, and this could be a massive roadblock in the race for the title. After losing Garrett Cole, their ace, for the season, the Yankees are also dealing with the absence of Louis Gill, the current AL Rookie of the Year, for a significant period. While Max Fried and Carlos Rodon are trying to keep the rotation afloat, the rest of the pitchers have been performing well below expectations. The team needs a solution. And it's irresistibly approaching the trade market. And then, a name emerges that could change everything. Sandy Alcantara. The ace of the Miami Marlins, one of the most dominant pitchers in the MLB in recent years, could be the piece the Yankees so desperately need. Alcantara had a slow start in 2025 with a 6.56 ERA in his first 5 outings following Tommy John surgery recovery. However, he still carries the brilliance of his 2022 Cy Young season, where he posted a 2.28 ERA in 228.2 innings pitched. If there's a piece that can solidify the Yankees' rotation, it's Alcantara. The rumors are strong. I think they'll trade him, probably by the end of July. The good thing about him is you've got him for 2 more years after that at a low price, said Nightingale, one of the most respected MLB analysts, in an interview with Doug McCain. And that low price could make all the difference. While the trade will come at a considerable cost, the Yankees, with one of the most complete farm systems in the league, have the pieces needed to make the deal happen. But as Nightingale warns, the price will be steep. Acquiring Alcantara will be costly, much more than what the Padres paid for Juan Soto, for example. To secure one of the best pitchers in the league, the Yankees will have to be ready to part with a good portion of their top prospects. It's A risk, but it's a calculated one, the type of move that could make all the difference in the quest for the World Series title, and don't think the market is empty. Teams like the Chicago Cubs are also interested in Alcantara, but the real competition is between teams with enough prospect capital to make an attractive offer, and with the Yankees, this means they have the firepower necessary to take a step ahead in the race. Alcantara could be exactly what they need, the pitcher to close the rotation and provide the stability the team needs to compete for the title. Now, the big question. Will the Yankees be willing to pay the price? Rumors suggest they are ready to do whatever it takes to secure Alcantara and with it, strengthen their rotation. For the Yankees, the 2025 window is open, and the opportunity to return to the World Series has never seemed so real. But to make that happen, they'll have to act quickly and decide boldly. And of course, we want to know your opinion. Do you think the Yankees should go all in and trade for Alcantara? Or would it be a mistake to sacrifice so many prospects for a single pitcher, even if he's one of the best? Leave your comment below because we're curious to hear your view. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth analysis and rumors on everything happening in baseball. In the next video, we'll continue to follow the Yankees' moves and explore whether they're truly ready to take the next big step in the quest for another World Series title. The 2025 season promises to be historic, and with Sandy Alcantara, the Yankees could have the final piece to their puzzle.